demand by some Southeast leaders for Nigeria's political parties to zone their 2023 presidential ticket to the geopolitical zone has elicited divergent views from leaders of other regions in the country. The agitation has also opened up a fresh national debate over the parameters upon which the next president of the country should emerge. The call is coming against the backdrop of the raging debate over power shift to the south on the one hand and the clamour for the next president to emerge based on merit and not zoning. And joining us now on Newsday to discuss this trend and other issues surrounding it is a PDP stalwart from the Imo North Senatorial District, Stanley Ekezie. It's good to have you join us on the programme. Stanley, like we said, from my intro there, let's quickly start with the Igbo quest for presidency in 2023. Take us through your thoughts.
Well, since the return to democracy in 1999, power has shifted between the north and the south. And all the times he has come to the south, the southwest has taken advantage, and the south-south has also taken advantage. And I believe that having stayed in the north for 8 years, power should actually return to the south. And the only geopolitical zone that has not taken advantage of this is the southeast. And I believe they should be allowed to produce the next president of Nigeria.
And Mr. Stanley, with the debate over power shifting to the south, what's your take on the next president emerging based on merit and not on zoning?
I believe that every zone has what it takes to produce men of character, integrity, and what it takes to be president. It just requires the zone which has been appointed to produce the president to go home and do their due diligence and bring forward their first 11.
And do you think the North will allow for, should zoning be apportioned, do you think the North will go ahead and vote for someone from the South and from the Southeast in particular?
Well, it has happened before. During the time of Obasanjo and Jonathan, they had massive votes from the North. I don't think it's a problem if it's political parties nominate candidates from the South.
And let's look internally now. Imo State Senatorial District election now. Your candidate or the PDP's candidate, Ima Ekewulonu, what are his chances of winning that senatorial district seat?
Well, let me start from with a little background in what happened in Imo North. What happened in Imo North was a conundrum. It's a political novelty, something that has never happened in the history of this country. I was the Director General of that campaign, and until the 4th of December, we had no idea who we were up against. APC had two candidates who were actively campaigning in spite of the courts pronouncing a clear candidate. Senator Ifeanyi Ararume and Sir Frank Ibezim were actively campaigning until that fateful Friday, which is the 4th of December, when two courts of competent jurisdiction cancelled both of them out. They were both disqualified from going into that election on the 5th. The PDP immediately wrote to INEC and asking that APC be excluded from the ballot according to the Electoral Act. As a layman, I understand that it says that no candidate should be declared winner in an election where they have not participated in all the processes, from nomination to electioneering to actual voting and to return. And clearly, APC went into that election without a candidate. And INEC, in its wisdom, released schedule of candidates on the 4th. And in the column where APC appeared, there was no candidate. It was blank. And at the end of it, it says court order. So it is surprising and it's amazing that up till now, we are still asking for our candidate to be declared winner, because according to the results which were released by INEC, he came second. We have a problem with that result, but I think he should be declared winner because APC clearly had no candidate in that election, except, of course, the Electoral Act is not applicable to all contestants.
Let me now ask you, do you think by any chance, that cancellation of the APC candidates, was that politics or was that justice, you being from the PDP camp?
No. It was purely legal. I mean, they had issues from their primaries where they had parallel primaries which was conducted in Imo State. In one of the primaries, Senator Ekezie won, and in another of the primaries, Sir Frankie Bezim won. And both of them refused to back down. The party was unable to resolve the issue, and both of them continued to lay claim to the candidacy of the party until the 4th, when two courts of competent jurisdiction disqualified both of them, one on perjury and forgery, and the other one affirmed Frankie Bezim as the candidate. He was eventually disqualified also on the same day by an Abuja court that says he forged documents and he lied on the oath.
But all of those...
so we had nothing to do with it. It was not a PDP thing.
Yes, but all of those judgments, the Supreme Court's decision nullifies all the others. So let me ask you now, it is alleged that Ibezim is Governor Uzodima's favored candidate. Is it in any way related to the rancor between Okorocha and Uzodima, would you say?
Well, what is going on in Imo State is an internal APC issue. I don't think I'm qualified to actually comment on that because I don't know what the issues are there. But what I would say as an Imo indigene is that it is an embarrassing situation in Imo State, and the APC should concentrate on governance rather than infighting, because at the end of the day, when two elephants fight, it is the grass who suffers. Imo State people are suffering under the government, and I think they should concentrate on governance and delivering the dividends of democracy to Imo people.
And what would you say, is the way forward, apart from one of the ones that you said? Are there any other ways that you see for Hope Uzodinma and for Rochas Okorocha to sort of move forward in what's going on internally in the state?
I think both of them should sit down and sort out their issues. There are allegations upon allegations against the former governor. But I think there should also be a judicial process and a legal process to enforce whatever the Commission of Inquiry released according to its white paper. I don't believe that any of the groups should take laws into their hands like we saw the last time. Like I said, it's heartbreaking watching what happened as an Imo citizen. We should not be in the press all the time or in the news all the time for negative reasons. There should actually be some positivity coming out from Imo State to help us a lot. Our psyche is defeated. We've suffered a lot in Imo, and I think the APC should actually concentrate on governing Imo people and delivering the dividends of democracy to us. Especially
when there's a quest for an Igbo presidency come 2023. Stanley Ekezie, PDP stalwart, many thanks for joining us on Newsday.